Good evening, and welcome to Smoky Valley High School's commencement ceremony. Today, we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2022. We're so glad you could join us this evening to celebrate with our seniors. It is our intent that this commencement program be a special occasion. We ask for your cooperation by refraining from talking or using noise-making devices during our ceremony. We want our commencement to be a dignified event, and we ask for your cooperation in making it so. We are live streaming our commencement program this evening. If you have any family or friends, please direct them to live.smokyvalley.org so they can watch from home. They will be able to watch the commencement ceremony from there. A special thank you to Mike Rose and to Jenica Rose for streaming our commencement tonight and for all the USD 400 events this year. Mike also did pay me to say, Jenica, happy birthday on behalf of USD 400 and the graduating class of 2020. I would ask that you please check to make sure your cell phones have been turned off or silenced, and at this time I'd like to introduce our senior class president, Avery Vanderwigg.
Graduates, teachers, family, friends, and administrators, welcome to the graduation of the class of 2022. We've made it. I'm thankful we could gather tonight to celebrate and validate my fellow classmates and everything that's been accomplished in the last 12 years. So thank you to you guys, friends and family, for supporting us through countless school projects, sporting events, shows, and concerts. We truly would not be walking this stage tonight if it wasn't for you. At this time, I would like to turn your attention to the senior slideshow for the class of 2022.
At this time, it's my privilege to introduce Senior Kellen Johnson, who will be providing our special music this evening. Kellen will be performing Carnival of Venice on trumpet, composed by Jean-Baptiste Arbonne, and is accompanied by Karen Ebling. feel like I'm out of breath just listening to that. Kellen is going to Friends and is currently like the first, I'm not going to say it right, but he's the first chair in the state honor band. So he's basically the best trumpet player in the state. So honored to have him. It is my privilege to present to you the honor students from the class of 2022. Being an honor student is one of the greatest academic achievements that one can obtain during high school here at Smoky Valley. There are 3 levels of honor status at Smoky Valley High School, those being honors, high honors, and highest honors. These are based on the student's cumulative grade point average from the beginning of their freshman year through the end of the first semester of their senior year. In order to receive honors status, a student must earn a grade point average of 3.50 to 3.69 on a 4.0 scale. The following students have obtained honors status. Please hold your applause until they have all reached the stage, and we'll applaud after. Grayson Bauer. Aaron Elvin Temple. Mackenzie Holcomb. Cody Kraus. Logan Spencer. And Braden Weiss. Let's let them all get up here. It's kind of hard to get out of their seats, and then we'll clap for them when they're all up on stage. In order to receive the high honor status, a student must earn a grade point average, of 3.70 to 3.89 on a 4.0 scale. The following students have obtained a high honor status. Please hold your applause until they have all reached the stage. Vanessa Hertz. Haven Lysell Stewart. Trayton Miller. And Chloe Patrick. Please join me in congratulating. In order to receive the highest honors status, a student must earn a grade point average of 3.90 to 4.0 on a 4.0 scale. The following students have obtained this highest honors status. Please hold your applause until they've all reached the stage. Riley Allstat. Lucas Apel. Eli Archuleta. Aubrey Boldra. Brianna Campion. Riley Ebert. Kellen Johnson. Caden Kibler. Elizabeth Lambert. Emma Liddick. Olivia Peters. Lydia Peterson, Marika Peterson, Abigail Rose, Maya Stambaugh Tubbs, Madison Toll, Avery Vanderwigg, and Camilla Wright. Please join me. Each year, the Kansas State High School Activities Association awards 2 seniors, 1 male, 1 female, with the Kansas State High School Activities Association Citizenship Award. Smoky Valley High School faculty members select 2 students who they believe are the most outstanding citizens. The award is based on the following criteria. Respect. Shows respect at all times for the flag, our national anthem, and the Constitution. Shows respect for the students and the citizens of the school and community. Respects both public and private property, shows respect for students and adult leaders in the school and community, demonstrates a tolerance and respect for the beliefs and rights of others. Responsibility, demonstrates the willingness to assume citizenship responsibilities in school and in the community, works to build school pride through active participation in projects that publicize, honor, or beautify the school, displays good sportsmanship, whether as a participant or as a spectator, is friendly towards new students and encourages them to become involved in school activities. And lastly, reverence, shows reverence, concern, and respect for the well-being of others. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 recipients of the Kansas State High School Activities Association Citizenship Award are Elizabeth Lambert and Haven Lysell Stewart. Please come up. The graduating seniors chosen to speak to you tonight have had the honor of being chosen by their peers. Both of these students represent the best ideals of Smoky Valley High School and have left Smoky Valley High School in a better place than when they arrived. Please welcome to the podium Maya Stambaugh Tubbs. She will be followed by Emma Liddick.
I sat down and tried to write this speech a little while ago, and all I could think of was, this is weird. This is weird. Surely we're not graduating. Surely we aren't about to be fully fledged adults, right? No, we're all still second graders in Mrs. B's class, making ice cream with dried ice and playing tag. Or freshmen in Mr. Schneider's class, debating the physics of the bodily splatter you'd get by crushing someone with a boulder. The odyssey can get kind of weird. We cannot have moved past trading pebbles for massages under the big oak tree at recess, watching people roll down the hill and play on the swings. But suddenly we were seniors, and now we're graduating high school. The see you next years have turned into have a good lives. Sure, maybe in 10 years we'll get together and we'll have our class reunion,
We'll all get to hear about Camilla's revolutionary work in astrophysics. We can discover Braden's off-grid buffalo farm. We'll look at Riley's world-renowned art. Emma will tell us all the crazy things her class did. Gracie will show us her newest nail design, and Haven will tell us all about running his school. Everyone down in front of me will have done something interesting, and I can't wait to hear all about it. But for now, it's scary. Growing up is a scary thing, whether we want to admit it or not. Adulthood is so new and difficult and different. It's strange to think it's almost here. For some, the workforce is the next step, others college, others something entirely different. Whatever it is, it's fair to say it's kind of scary for most of us. But I think these people I've grown up with, some since we were just a few years old, I don't worry about them. Our class has always been praised by teachers, told we're hard workers, leaders, good kids, and I know they're right. The future is a scary thing, but I'm not too scared for the class of 2022. Thinking of where we started, how far we come, I don't need to worry. My graduating class always seems to have everyone's back. These people are loving, caring, and supportive people. They'll find a way to lift you up no matter what. Don't get me wrong, we can disagree like any other group of people, but everyone always seems to find something to smile about together. I remember the first day of our senior year, meeting at the top of Coronado Heights, driving around town, stickering underclassmen. We all did it together. Just recently, we walked the halls in our caps and gowns, reminiscing on old times and laughing about the dumb things we thought were important 6 years ago. Things haven't been easy for us the past few years. Pandemic threw quite a wrench in a lot of things, and stuff has started to become normal again, so we've stepped up and led the way, digging the memories of normal out of the back of our minds and doing our best. My dad made a joke about the before times a while ago, and it made me realize that seniors really are the only kids who know what high school was like then. We've had to step up and lead this past year, and I think it's fair to say we've done fabulously. In AP Lit, we talked with Mrs. Dipple about the students and their behavior at Smoky Valley. She informed us that the staff doesn't worry about the seniors. They know we'll be all right. I really think that's true for school and for the rest of life. We'll be all right. Things might get crazy. We might go through rough patches and ups and downs. But looking at the group of people right in front of me, I think we're going to be all right. Maybe this isn't so weird after all. Maybe this is exactly what was meant to happen for each and every one of us. Maybe, just maybe, we'll turn out all right. I truly believe that if they put their minds to it, each and every one of my classmates has a bright, full, joyful future ahead. This summer and the next year will be the start of something new for us, and I hope you all enjoy the ride. I'll leave you with a quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. "And so with the sunshine and great bursts of leaves growing on the trees, just as things grow fast in movies, I heard that familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer. To the graduating class of 2022, have a good life, find joy in everything you can, and don't overthink it. We'll be all right."
Hi, my name is Emma, and I am so honored to get to speak tonight. Like many of my assignments throughout high school, I procrastinated writing this speech. There are so many things I could talk about. I could talk about how we've made it and how far we've come. I could talk about the challenges we've overcome. But I decided that I wanted to give everyone some advice. As I started to think about what advice to give, I realized I'm really not qualified to be doing that. So I decided to talk with the wonderful staff of Smoky Valley to help me share some final words to say with my classmates. As I gathered their advice, they gave me great answers, but I think they left some things out. So I took it upon myself to fill in the gaps. And while I know many of you are going to forget this in 10 years, I hope that it at least makes you smile as we share our final moments together. And although we don't have that many teachers, please forgive me if I leave out a few for time's sake. The first teacher I talked with was Mrs. Dipple. Her advice was to follow your dreams, not money. Find something that incites passion within you. Marry well and be healthy. Although this is great advice, I think what she really wanted to say is that everyone should wake up and go on an 8-mile run and get a job where you get to teach children how to do the Charleston. Next, I talked with Mrs. Elliott. Her advice was to push yourself beyond what you ever dreamt was possible. Always go to the next step and don't stop, despite how challenging your goals or dreams may be. Live with absolutely no regrets. And she mentioned she is referring to your goals, not how hard you should be partying. But what she really wanted to say is that her door is always open if you need a haircut. Mr. McClure said to surround yourself with good people, but we all know what he really wanted to say was to surround yourself with people that will keep you humble by making fun of your voice cracks. I talked with Miss Lysell, and she said to follow your heart, but listen to your gut. But we all know her best advice came from the press box. Right, Haven? Carson Peele, oh, sorry, I meant Mr. Ryan. He said to call your parents. When Mr. Keller got a break from marching, he had a few moments to say, nothing is more valuable than your time. Spend it as such. But we all know that what he wanted to say is life is not rocket surgery, and if you're not having fun, you're probably compressing. Mrs. Stula said, always look for the best in yourself and others. Surround yourself with people who care about you and turn any obstacle that stands in your way into an opportunity for growth. But we all know she just wanted to remind us to factor first, always, always factor first. Is it too late to get extra credit for that? Our favorite freshman English teacher said to hold fast to your dreams and always be yourself. And instead of making fun of you, Mr. Schneider, here's 2 put-ups. Your hair looks lovely and your shoes are adorable. The last person I talked with was Mr. Swisher. He said, I wish you nothing but life's best on the next step of your journey, but know that life isn't always easy. Life isn't meant to be easy, it's meant to be lived. Sometimes good, other times difficult, but with every peak and valley, you learn lessons that make you stronger. It is through these peaks and valleys that your character will be forged and turned into strength. Strong character will earn you much more than can ever be bought. In the long run, you will be remembered more for your character than anything else. Stay strong, be kind, and know that you will always have a home at Smoky Valley. My freshman year, I started a countdown of days till graduation. As we got older, the number dwindled. The number is now 0. The time is now. We have faced so many challenges over the past 4 years, but none like the ones we will be facing in the near future. Although the countdown is over, that doesn't mean the work is. The real work starts now. So as you leave here today, I wanted to leave you with a quote by an author, Michael L. Ashul. Many of you have never heard of him, but I found that his words offered some of the best advice I could leave you as we move forward. Time flies, but you are the pilot. Thank you.
The Smoky Valley High School teacher chosen by the members of the senior class to speak with you this evening is Mr. Doug Schneider. Mr. Schneider and his wife Tammy have lived in Lindsborg since he started teaching here in 1997. They have 3 adult children, Alec, Trey, and Cade, all who graduated from Smoky Valley High School. Doug has taught English and history as well as coaching volleyball, football, and basketball. Doug has a degree in education from Bethel College in North Newton, Kansas, where he majored in English and minored in history, He also has a master's in sports administration from Wichita State University. Mr. Schneider has also been a licensed realtor in Kansas for over 15 years. He forgot that he's a recently internet-ordained minister. I'll throw that in there. And he has taught in the Smoky Valley School District for 25 of his 27 years in education. Doug not only prides himself on working with young people in the classroom, on the field, or on the court, but also in his relationships that he develops with his students while in school and beyond. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Doug Schneider.
warm up here. I just want to say that right now. Maya, Emma, what a fantastic job you two did. That was phenomenal. Did anybody else see Mrs. Williams and Mrs. Dipple get excited about the Great Gatsby quote? I wasn't sure we were going to be able to keep him in the building after that one. Thank you, Mr. Lee, for that amazing introduction that I wrote myself. He did leave out some adjectives and adverbs that I would have used along with that, but needless to say, I am truly honored to be here to speak to the graduating class of 2022. This is actually my second graduation speech that I've given since I've been at Smoky Valley. The last one was 21 years ago to the class of 2001. You know you haven't done a very good job when you're not asked to do it again for 21 more years. So apparently this group decided I had served my penance and the time was now. I am truly honored to be chosen, even though I was chosen over some very, very tough competition on the ballot for today's speech, including Mrs. Dipple, who was going to have you guys diagram sentences. Mrs. Crable, you missed out on this one. It was just going to be Dr. Pepper for everyone. And our very own superintendent, Mr. Supas. I do want to take a second really quick to acknowledge Mr. Supas. This is his last graduation here at Smoky Valley High School after 22 graduating classes and seeing them through. If you all will help me give him a round of applause and thank you. He's retiring. I didn't even have to kiss up, and I still did that. Not only are you guys taking out the superintendent, you're taking out Mr. Henderson, too. I honestly didn't ever think that was going to happen. I thought the building was just going to collapse around him at some point in time, but that is crazy. Board of Education members, administration, family, friends, and all those watching via the live stream today through Mr. Rose, we are here today to celebrate these wonderful graduates of the Smoky Valley class of 2022. To be honest, I know they chose me because I try to be funny with them. I mean, seriously, I don't just try. I am hilarious with these guys. And they know it, too. And so, before I get too much further in today, because unfortunately it's going to be kind of serious, I do have some dad jokes before we get too far, because I know some of you love these so much for me. First of all, why do cows have bells? Because their horns don't work. Yeah, you know you love that one already. These get better. What did the one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing, they only waved. Good job, I like that. Basketball people, why are cats bad at basketball? They only shoot hairballs. That look Haven gave me is the same look I always get from Haven. It's the, okay? And last but not least, this one's more of a trivia piece. Did you guys know that the first French fries were not cooked in France? They were actually cooked in Greece. Thank you. Some people back there got it too. That's good. I can tell by the looks on your faces it's definitely time to move on to the serious portion because that portion didn't go well. It's been nearly 4 years since you guys walked into the hallways of Smoky Valley for the first time, listening to Maya talk about some of those stories from you guys when you were younger. We only get a microcosm of that while you're at the high school with us. And it's such a special microcosm. And let's be honest, I've probably gotten the opportunity to be a part of more of those things than maybe I should sometimes. I was privy to a lot of information from some of you who decided to swing by my room and notify me of certain things going on. I was involved in the learning who was dating whom, who was not dating whom, who had broken up with whom, and who was angry at whom. I often learned key elements about people, like whether or not they were really into ferrets, whether or not they liked Panera Bread, and whether or not they could sound out abolitionist. Right? Is that right? Okay. I also had an enormous amount of sticky notes on my ceiling over the course of time. And oddly enough, many of the items in my room also have been renamed with masking tape from certain students. I also learned that my wife and I were some of the first colonists to arrive in America. So that was nice as well. I might even, if anybody needs some, I might know where you can find some Nerds candy at the end of the day, Abby Rose. The bottom of your book bag, maybe? I guess now it's time to get to the heart of the speech itself, because you guys truly are a special class. That's why I was so honored to be asked. That's why I am so honored to be up here to start with. And as we talk about your future, I loved what both Maya and Emma had to say about a new beginning. I know Emma said the countdown is at 0, but the countdown has only just begun. We have no idea where that countdown is going to take you, and that's for you to decide, okay? And every opportunity is going to be a new opportunity for you. So as you prepare for your lives ahead, I came up with 5 key things that I think you guys should follow. First on my list is get out. Just get out. Some of you in that first 4 rows there have heard that a lot of times in 18 years. Okay? Some of you probably more than others. I don't want you to go away now, but it is time to set sail. Albert Einstein once said that a ship is always safe at the shore, but that's not what it's built for. Your ships have been near the shore for nearly 18 years now for most of you. And it's time to pull up the anchor and set sail. Be willing to look for new adventures. And when I say look, I mean look. Don't just sit around waiting for them to come and find you. After 4 years of knowing most of you, I know you're not the type to sit on the sidelines. You want to be in the game, so go look for it. Manoj Arora, world-renowned engineer and author, said it best. Coming out of your comfort zone is tough in the beginning, chaotic in the middle, and awesome at the end. It shows you a whole new world. And graduates, this is the world that lies before you right now. Seize that time. My second one, cry. Just cry. Not telling you to let the waterworks go right now, even though some of you probably already have with family and friends, and probably some of those people around you have already cried a little bit today. So I want to explain what I mean by this, and this answer is going to be twofold. First of all, never be afraid of your emotions. Cry when you're sad. Let it out. It's healthy. As military veteran and philanthropist Steve Maraboli says, cry, forgive, learn, and move on. Let your tears water the seeds of your future happiness. But I'm here to tell you, don't just cry when you're sad. I challenge you to laugh so hard that you can't keep from crying. I challenge you to experience happiness and joy so intense that you can't keep from crying. Our emotions are truly grand things, and you must always listen to those emotions and allow those to be there for you and to learn from them. My second part of cry is that I think you need to cry out for others. Each of you is strong. You're all strong. I've seen that strength for 4 straight years. Use that strength to cry out on behalf of others. Use that strength to cry out to make a change when a change is necessary. Cry out to help the underprivileged. Cry out to protect those who can't protect themselves. Cry out to protect those who don't have a voice. Cry out when others are wrongly oppressed. Use your strength and your knowledge to make change, whether it's simply in your dorm room or in a national or international scope. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. Where will you stand? My third one, these are some really interesting themes. My third one is steal. So go out and steal right now, after you hear what I have to say. Steal every moment to remember exactly who you are. Over the next few years, things are going to get a little dicey. It's going to get busy at school, at work, with new friendships, whatever the new future presents. Remember, for the last 4 years, most of you knew exactly where you were going and exactly when you needed to be there. Now those times change. But remember to steal every chance to enjoy who you are. Don't ever forget that. Steal peaceful moments whenever they present themselves. Steal opportunities to spend time with loved ones. The joy you get from this will far outweigh any other aspects of your life. Also, don't be shy about stealing glimpses of what your future might look like. But remember to steal glimpses of the past and where you've come from. Number 4, fear. Fear nothing. The sky is the limit for each and every one of you. You need to challenge yourselves and go after your dreams, even if you don't know exactly where those dreams are going to take you. And even if you don't know what those dreams are right now. And even if those dreams change somewhere in the near future. That's okay. Push the envelope when it comes to what you want. Never fear the unknown. Instead, take it on head on. Make the unknown question whether or not it can handle you. Because for most of you, I don't think it can. The world wants to make you fear a lot of things nowadays. But it's up to your generation to remind us that fear is not an option. That we must return to a culture where we don't remove or hide things we are fearful of, but rather we triumph over that fear while we respect everything and fear nothing. And last, but not least, the best phrase you've ever heard from me during a speech about the Odyssey. Right? Okay. Don't fail. Don't take that the wrong way, but don't fail. I know we're supposed to be positive with our comments and it's supposed to be a different direction, but you've noticed all of these have a little twist. Don't fail to remember that you guys always have people to lean on. Every single person that has been a part of your path to this point has constantly provided either a slight hand in the small of your back to make sure you don't fall, or they have provided a hand to help you up when you do fall. Don't fail to remember these last 4 years for what they truly were. There were highs and there were lows. There were good times and some not so good times. Some of you loved your experience, and some of you struggled with it. But each and every one of those experiences that you went through has made you who you are today in this room. Above all, don't fail to remember that every person that you have come in contact with has been rooting for you, even though you may not always be able to see them now or in the future. It doesn't mean that they're not still rooting for you. Class of 2022, would you please rise? I want you to turn around. I want you to look at all these people who are here to share in the successful completion of this chapter of your lives. Whether you see teachers, administrators, board members, parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings, extended family, or friends, they are all here for you. You have touched the lives of each and every one of these people, and even more who couldn't be here with us today. Students, if you remain standing, I would like those of you in attendance and those of you watching at home, if you are able, if you have ever believed in one of these graduates anywhere along their journey, would you please rise? Students, don't fail to remember that all of us are here for you, whether it was in the past, in the present, or in the future. We are and always have been here for you. Class of 2022, you may turn back around. I love you guys. I wish you all the best as you enjoy the journey that lies before you. And by the way, this is how you get a standing ovation at the end of your speech.
That was classic. Classic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you our superintendent again for the last time, Mr. Glenn Supas.
Ladies and gentlemen, USD 400 Board of Education, before us this evening are the seniors of the class of 2022. I'm honored to say that these young men and women have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by the Kansas State Department of Education, Board of Education, and the Smoky Valley Board of Education. It is with distinct honor that I present to you the graduating class of 2022.
All right, we're going to get set up. While we're doing that, I truly am proud and honored to have worked with you guys for just the 2 years that I've known you. I look across the room and I see tremendous potential. I can't wait to see what each and every one of you do. So congratulations, graduates. You've earned this day. Families, you have earned this day, and please enjoy it. Looks like we're ready. Front row, if you want to come join me on the side there. Riley Ann Allstat. Barrett Allen Anderson. So every year the seniors give me something. I have no idea what that is, but we'll see. Mariah Jolene Andrewson. Lucas Marsh Amani Apel. Elijah Thomas Archuleta. So far it's either nerds, Fruity Pebbles, or like fish gravel. I don't know, we'll see. Grayson Irene Bauer. Breton Tracy Beard. Aubrey Sue Boldra. Brianna Marie Campion. Aspen Elizabeth Decker. Braden Pearl DeSalt. I'm going to let the second row clear here. Hang on just a second. Riley Nicole Ebert. Aaron Bruce Elvin Temple. Ivan James Fraze. Gabriel Timothy Kelly Gaddy. Justice Darren Gardner. McKenna Lee Godwin. John Matthew Thomas Gross. Elena Elise Haig. Vanessa Nicole Hertz. Taylor Taylin Hinderleiter. Mackenzie K. Ruth Holcomb. Garrett Joseph Huffman. Kellen David Matthew Johnson. Grant Robert Kern. I'm going to wait one more second for this. Moira Page Kendrick. Caden Shea Kibler. Cody Brennan Michael Kraus. Elizabeth Grace Lambert. Emma Grace Larson. Emma Kathleen Liddick. Haven Moses Lysell Stewart. Is that the gritty? Is that the gritty? Trayton Lee Miller. Michaela Dawn Maudro. George Thomas Moore. Catherine Grace Odell. Logan Allen Otto. Chloe Renee Patrick. Olivia Jan Peters. Lydia Grace Peterson. Marika Kim Peterson. Brianna Lee Pretty. Jacob Kelly Rogers. We've confirmed a fishbowl. Abigail Josephine Rose. Aubrey Lynn Schrog. Yeah, you can have there. Zane Jeffrey Scott. Destiny LaRae Michelle Sharp. Logan Olivia Spencer. Maya Grace Stambaugh Tubbs. Madison May Toll. Avery Grace Vanderwigg. Gracie Maxine Wampler. Braden Storm Weiss. Augustus Timothy Westbrook. A real fish in there now. Just became a pet owner. Camilla Sue Wright. Parents, relatives, and friends, on behalf of USD 400 and Smoky Valley High School, I present to you the alumni class of 2022. Graduates, oh, yeah, we can clap. That's a good place to clap. Graduates, please stand for the recessional. Following the recessional, you may congratulate your graduates out in front of the auditorium. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending, and if anybody wants a goldfish, come see me after.